All right, this is Mike Ash with Panda Exteriors, and we are here at the Willerton residence. We're going to do a quick shingle pull so that we can submit for an RLS and have ready and available for the adjuster to pick up once we receive notification back from them. But I just wanted to do this on video real quick because I think there's a couple concerning things, and just wanted to document the process here. Keep in mind, we are not doing a repair of any sorts. We are just simply removing a shingle so that they can be identified properly through the RLS process, making sure that we can find the nails here and keep everything nice and neat. There's a lot of debris. The nail's very tight, by the way, but there is a lot of debris up underneath of these, which makes it hard for our nails to come out as easy as possible. But as you can see, I'm being as gentle as possible here, and then also being gentle and understanding the guidelines and methods for State Farm specifically to adhere to, which in all due respect, some of those requirements are a little bit more strict than a normal contractor would go through to do the same exact thing here if the homeowner did not have a contractor on file within our industry that is familiar with working with State Farm and their guidelines and expectations here. So we're using the roof snake, trying to remove the nail of the second course here, and having a very, very hard time to do it. But I think we got it now. And once we remove all the nails, we will simply pull the shingle out itself. Make sure there's no issues for concern in terms of water seeping through any of these open areas. And if it seems like there is potential for water to get in from just simply removing the shingle here, then we will put a small tarp, not an egregious tarp. We will put a small tarp to protect it from the elements here while we figure out the best solution for the family, and do a small invoice for that process there. The way we're just keeping things fair on all parties. Some of these nails are very hard to access. There we go. Very hard to access without lifting the shingle higher than expected. But at least through this process, we will kind of get a guideline of what to do from here and what is the proper course of action inside of this. Very, very, very tough nails, tearing through the shingles as well. And then keep in mind, we are only removing the shingle for identification here. We're not in the process of repair. However, I think there's a couple concerning details that would be relevant inside the process of repair should we have to get to that stage. Here's my last nail. Hopefully there's no more in there. Yep, there is somewhere. There we go. Where are you, baby? Okay, so there she is. This is our damaged shingle. Look at all that granular loss, by the way. This is our damaged shingle that we are pulling, already marked, creased. It's already cracked through, right? So we're just simply pulling this shingle for identification. And looks like on the back, it's very hard to read any of the make or manufacturer line items here. So hopefully we can get a proper diagnosis of this, but there is a ton of granular loss, as well as just a couple areas of concern. Look, just by removing the nails, breaking the tar bond, look at this shingle here from the second course. It's been damaged inside of that process. Same with the one next to it a little bit in the corner. Same with this corner. And then same with down here on the first course. Damn, look at that. So this is just by removing the shingle. I kind of wanted to demonstrate things because I've worked in a lot of the houses within the community here, and I don't know if this would be a proper course of action to repair this amount of shingles, but at least we have this documentation here first to send this off with, and you guys can see clearly that just simply through the process of pulling a shingle out, not even putting a new one in and re-nailing it, we're already starting to see some areas of concern. And since this is right over a seam that looks like it's a little open, right, I think, yeah, see, here's your open felt too on that seam. Best thing to do is put a little tarp, and then I'll document that process as well, take a good couple pictures. It will not be egregious. I'm not the guy that's going to freaking put a 20-foot tarp on this thing to tell you, hey, pay for this. No, very fair, very simple, very clean. I'm gonna probably put a 3x6. I'll cut like a 3x6 tarp to cover this area and protect it properly. It does feel like there's some soft plywood up underneath of me already, and just want to make sure that we're doing all things properly and right while we wait on some of the next details here. So happy to help however we can, but like I said, just through this process right here of pulling the shingle for identification, looks like we're creating some areas of consequential damage. And like I said, if this was not to be done under the direction of somebody, especially a veteran like me, within our industry, I do believe that that process of pulling out the shingle or any process of repair would be a hell of a lot different than the delicate and care, good faith practice and standards that we are held to and scrutinized by in our process here. But use the roof snake gently as possible to break the bond and remove the nails. And like I said, we have, hold on, some areas to point out. I'll take pictures of this, but we have some areas to point out here that are obviously damaged and concerning for the courses above, right? Got plenty of them. So I'm gonna submit all these details for you here. This is pretty rough. I'm trying to help the camera. But this is definitely something that I believe would be a hard thing to repair, right? And you guys are welcome to take a look and let us know what you think we should do. But we will have this shingle here sitting and waiting with all the proper documentation of this process, plus our tarp, good pictures, good faith, in hopes to find the best solution as quick as we possibly can, because the homeowner already has an active leak, and we're coming up on winter months here that are obviously going to be a little bit concerning for storms, right? And then also solutions in terms of construction, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing this fairly, promptly, and taking care of the family in the right way. Keep in mind the family here is disabled. Husband is a disabled veteran, and so is the wife, and I think they've been with State Farm for well over 30 years in this household. So want to make sure that we are doing the right thing by all parties here. It looks like a lot of shingles have been labeled for repair and or been labeled as damaged, and we'll see what goes from there. But I do believe that taking this into consideration beforehand should be pretty well documented and you know, accounted for, right? So yep, yeah, this is bad. So welcome to come take a look, but I'll create this proper file for you. Thank you guys.